the fresh subsidy is gone. Subsidy can no longer justify it ever increasing.
Yes, this is not the beginning of hunger in Nigeria, but you'd agree, Mr. Onokwasa, that since the removal of fuel subsidy, life has been harder for Nigerians. You can look at the purchasing power, inflation rate.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Bola Tinubu did not remove fuel subsidy. That is a misconception. The law does not even allow you to pay fuel subsidy. That is the PIA Act. So we were paying since that act was passed, we were paying subsidy unlawfully. Then the previous government, which was comfortable with breaking the law with respect and paying the subsidy, only made provision up to, I think, June this year. There is this. I believe we would have been in even far greater problem today if that subsidy had continued. It's not Bola Tinubu that removed subsidy, for God's sake. That is fake news with respect. The law says you can't pay subsidy. A president does not have a right to break the law. It is even the duty, the mandate, the obligation of a president to obey the law. You know? And then we have all this, you see this news cycle. We have been doing a lot of things with respect that are just totally uncalled for, unpalatable.
Okay, Mr. Onokwasa, I would like to come in here.
You know?
Mr. Onokwasa,
they are unnecessary. Totally unnecessary.
Mr. Onokwasa, I would like to come in here.
Rufai.
Mr. Onokwasa, my name is
how are you?
My name is Rufai Oseni. And first, patriotism means...
How are you?
Very well, thank you. How are you two?
Yes, sir?
How are you two? How are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm
good.
Okay.
Patriotism means supporting your country at all times, but also supporting the government when they deserve it. Mr. Onokwasa, I put it to you that you came here to misrepresent the facts today as regards subsidy removal. President Tinubu announced subsidy gone on Inauguration Day. And that was effectively pulling out subsidy. So you say he didn't remove subsidy, quoting the PIA law that had been there for a while, is misrepresentation of the facts. That's number one. Number two, since President Tinubu got in... Let me finish, Mr. Onokwasa. Let me finish, please. Secondly, since he got in...
Don't raise your voice at me, young man. Don't raise your voice at me.
Let me finish, Mr. Onokwasa. Let me finish.
I'm your guest.
So, since President Tinubu got in...
respect me.
Since President Tinubu got in,
I will walk out of your studio if you raise your voice at me.
Mr.
Talk
Onokwasa,
to me respectfully.
You may will take your decision if you want to. I'm asking a question. You might decide to walk out if you want to. Mr. Onokwasa, since President Tinubu came in, the economy has tanked. It's at an all-time low as we speak.
It has not. It has not.
Let me finish my question. Mr. Onokwasa, let me finish my question.
You are a liar.
Mr. Onokwasa, moderate yourself, all right? Moderate yourself.
Do you know what you are doing?
Good.
Listen to me. Young
Secondly,
man, do you know what you are doing?
Since President Tinubu came in, the economy has tanked.
You are pretending to be a journalist.
The indicators are there.
What is the matter with you?
Since he came in, the indicators are there. Number one, the cost of the dollar to the naira.
What is the matter with you?
The cost of the dollar to the naira has tanked tremendously as a result of the fluctuation of the currency. All right, that's one.
Is that Bola Tinubu's fault? Don't you know why naira tanked?
I'm still asking my question. Secondly,
it's been because of your friends.
Because it's been an all-time malaise in the economy as we speak. Cost of living gone up tremendously. All right, and things are really, really south for the economy. So, in all of this, it's been a slopey downward spiral. What would you have to say about all of this, Mr. Onokwasa?
Thank you very much for that question, Rufai Oseni. Please, Dr. Ruben Abati and my adorable in-law, Mrs. Oseni, does anybody have a more reasonable question for me to answer? Because I am not dignifying that insulting question from Rufai with a response. I am not.
Mr. Lokwasa, I will see that you're bailing on my question, and it's all right. It's all right for you to bail out if you don't want to answer it. But
I'm
it's
not
all right.
evading your question. Listen,
Please
Rufai,
answer it if you can.
Rufai, listen to me. This is not animal psychology. It is law. Okay? If you want to be a journalist, you can be a journalist. And you should learn the ropes for those ahead of you.
Mr. Lokwasa, answer my
You can never be my
question.
mate. You can never.
Mr. Lokwasa, answer the question.
not
Dignify yourself.
the response.
Mr. Jacob says that dignify yourself and answer the question.
God.
Dignify yourself
Please,
and answer the question.
can we have peace?
Dignify yourself and answer the
Can we
question.
have peace in the
My
studio?
God.
Can we have peace?
What's wrong with this badly brought up little boy?
Mr.
Nonsense.
Nakpasa, Mr.
How dare you
Nakpasa,
disrespect me?
Mr. Nakpasa, please calm down.
Mr. Lokwasa, I didn't disrespect you for the last. I just asked a question.
Please, Mr. Nakpasa.
Dr. Basi, let him answer the
disrespected
question.
me.
Okay, do we
And
end
you
this
should know
program now?
better than
Both
to
of
do
you will
that.
not allow me to talk. Should we end the program? No, there's a breakdown of law and order.
Please, Dr. Basi, go
No,
ahead.
maybe we
Go
should just
ahead,
end it.
Dr.
Oh, no, we can end it.
No.
Go ahead,
Let's
Dr.
go
Basi.
ahead, please.
I'm appealing.
Call for it.
Okay, we take.
Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything politics, everything and all things politics and development of Nigeria. The man you watched on Arise television is really an interesting character, but he epitomizes the mindset of many chieftains of the All Progressive Congress. They pretend to live in a different world from the world the rest of us are living in Nigeria. They will see a spade and they will not call it a spade. They call him Mr. Onakpaso. And Rufai Oseni was right. He came to the studio to misrepresent facts. He was a symbol of misinformation and fake news, but he was busy calling other people fake news. That was why the video, I packaged it for you to see. It starts from the beginning, where Bola Ahmed Tinubu, on his inauguration as president on May 29, said that fuel subsidy is gone. Everybody saw it. The whole world saw it. In fact, when Bola Ahmed Tinubu celebrated his 100 days in office, his media team and everybody else listed removal of subsidy as one of his achievements. That he displayed courage, that he was a courageous leader, or that Bola Ahmed Tinubu showed courage, that he showed courageous leadership by removing fuel subsidy. That this is something that no administration, no president had ever had the courage to do it, and he had done it. In fact, many international institutions have been praising Bola Ahmed Tinubu for having the courage to remove the fuel subsidy. And here we are. Mr. Nakpaso was on television claiming that Bola Ahmed Tinubu did not remove fuel subsidy. And he was lying with the PIB law, saying that the law made it illegal for him to have paid fuel subsidy. But can I surprise those of them who are making this claim? Do they know that Bola Ahmed Tinubu still pays subsidy as I talk to you now? With the price of oil rising in the international market, coupled with the Israel and Gaza and Hamas war and everything, the price of oil is rising. Do you know that if the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not paying subsidy, the price of a liter of fuel in Nigeria should have been over 1,000 naira by now? So which law is Tinubu paying the subsidy now? Recently, the independent marketers confirmed that federal government is paying subsidy. And they say that if federal government is not paying subsidy, there is no way anybody can buy fuel in Nigeria right now. Anything less than 1,000 naira per liter. So which law is Tinubu operating in that is paying the fuel subsidy? And this man was telling the world, he was telling the world that it was illegal to pay fuel subsidy, and that those who have been paying it before were operating they were doing illegal transaction. Yet Tinubu is paying subsidy now because there would have been total breakdown of law and order if he doesn't pay it, and the fuel prices continue to increase as people are suffering under hardship. And he was busy fighting Oseni for asking him simple question. The essence of being a guest, the essence of putting yourself out in the public is for you to deliver the answers. And the job of Rufai Oseni is to ask the question. It is not for you to tell him the kind of question they should ask you. That is why if you cannot stand the heat, don't go to the kitchen. If you know you cannot handle the situation, don't be a political analyst. Don't be an economic analyst. The job of the journalist is to get out the most important of the facts from you. And when you begin to give him facts, fabricated facts, and the journalist who have done his homework cannot be pushed around. You can see how he was trying to bring division within the panel, between the anchors. He was praising the woman. He was praising Abati, that they are people who knows better, who are more amenable to interact with him. But the fact remains that Oseni was point on in drawing attention to the fact that under Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the economy has tanked. And the facts are there. What was the rate of the naira to the dollar on May 29, 2015? And what is the rate today? Do you need any prophet, any seer to tell you that things has really gone south in Nigeria right now? What was the price of a liter of fuel on May 29, 2023 when Bola Ahmed took over? And what is it today? So how can he claim that he was not aware or is not aware that there is hardship under Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that the removal of the fuel subsidy without proper planning has increased hardship in Nigeria and increased poverty? Many Nigerians are dying of hunger and starvation. Many Nigerians have been turned into beggars. People who were hitherto could not have been classified as beggars are now beggars under Tinubu administration. And this man was claiming ignorant of this. And then he was trying to shift the blame away from Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu entered the presidency because he said he will do better than Buhari, he will do better than Peter Obi, he will do better than Atiku Abubakar. That he had done it before in Lagos, that he would do it at the national level. Now, Onakoso was now telling us, asking Oseni, that is it the fault of Tinubu? Is it the fault of Tinubu that the Naira has depreciated to the level of 1,300 Naira to the dollar? So whose fault is it? Who came up with the flotation of the Naira? Former administration, President Muhammad Buhari, and former governor of the Central Bank, Godwin Emefiele, they tried the flotation of the Naira. And their fingers were burnt and they ran away from it. But Tinubu believed that he could do better than them. The idea of floating the Naira is not new. This is not rocket science that Tinubu suddenly brought out. Emefiele tried it under Buhari. The flotation of the Naira. You can Google it. Emefiele floats the Naira. Google it. It will pump up. You see the year that they did it. Either in 2017 or thereabout, or 2020. But their fingers were burnt. And that was why they discarded that policy. Because you cannot float your Naira when you are an import-dependent country. When most of the things you use in your country, you import it. Even the things you manufacture in your country, about 70% of the equipment, of the parts you use, you import them. And you say you are floating the Naira. That Naira value will not be determined by demand and supply. When you have no control over the demand and supply in the international currency and in the import and export, and you think you can do it, and Tinubu says he will do it. Of course, they are struggling to do it. But what is the country is paying the price for it? Right now, Nigeria's Naira is the most depreciated of all the currencies in West Africa right now. And the consequence of it is poverty is spreading. People are dying of hunger and starvation. People can no longer pay the school fees of their children. The country is experiencing the worst level of inflation in peacetime. And Rufai is drawing attention to the man, the Onakwaso, to take note of this and talk about it. How did the country get it so wrong since May 29th that Bola Ahmed Tinubu took charge of the country? And he was doubting, because he had nothing to offer. He was fighting Oseni. He said Oseni was lying. He said it's your friends that are responsible for the tanking of the economy and for the depreciation of the Naira. Is it the friends of Oseni that gave order for the flotation of the Naira? Who gave the order? Is it not Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Is it not his administration? If that his order had led to the stability of the Naira to the level where Naira had improved in value, would they not be taking the credit for it? But because they didn't think about it properly, they didn't implement it properly. That is why the economy is crying and the people are wailing. And they are doing all kinds of things to save the naira right now. And I have said it before. The Bloomberg said that the naira has to get to the level of 1,500 naira to the dollar before it comes to the level, to its level. That's where it can begin to get stability. 1,500 naira to the dollar. And they made their projection because of the realities of Nigerian economy, dependent on oil, with its volatility, import dependence. And yet, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is running the biggest government in Nigeria's history. 48 ministers, hundreds of special advisors and senior special assistants. The country have never seen this large government at a time of economic emergency. Under his administration, they are importing Toyota Jeeps, Proda, and what have you for lawmakers in the National Assembly. And Tinubu didn't do anything to stop them because Tinubu has a stranglehold in the Nigerian National Assembly. If Tinubu tells the National Assembly to jump, they will ask him how high. Yet, he didn't draw attention to them that, look, we cannot afford to import this large number of jeeps, foreign-made jeeps, into the country for your usage. Rather, patronize whatever vehicle you are buying from cars that are manufactured or assembled in Nigeria. Manufactured cars in Nigeria like Enoson, or assembled cars in Nigeria like Peugeot. He didn't do that. Are you telling me if it is National Assembly was planning to do anything against his government or to impeach him, that Bola Ahmed Tinubu will stand by and allow them to do it under the guise of independence of the legislature? No, he will not. He will not. There were talks about how he intervened to save Festus Keyamo when he had challenges in being confirmed by the Senate. Yet, Tinubu looked the other way. And the lawmakers are importing expensive vehicles, jeeps, that are going to consume millions of dollars that could have been put to productive sectors so that to reduce the dollars that are leaving the country and then strengthen the naira. He didn't do that. In fact, if he had been a president, if it is somebody like Peter Obi, I can tell you for free that Peter Obi would have, in a demonstration of the situation we are in the country, requested that he will be using innocent vehicle or Peugeot vehicle in order to show example that, look, the country is in a dire situation. The country is in a dire strait. You cannot afford to encourage importation when importation is the reason why the naira is facing serious problem in competition with other international currencies. He didn't do anything like that. And a chieftain of APC, who is supposedly a defender of the administration, didn't know that it was his fault that the naira is heading south, that the naira is going at $1,300, 1,300 naira to the dollar. It is not the fault of Tinubu. It is the fault of the friends of Oseni. No, it is the fault of the president. The economic hardship and everything else is the fault of the president. He said he will solve Nigeria's economic problem. He said he has better managerial ability than Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar and everybody else. So if the economy is bad and people are having hardship of unprecedented proportion, he has to take the blame. And he cannot transfer that blame to another person because the buck stopped on his table. That is the reality. So those who are trying to deflect the situation in the country away from him, they're just wasting their time because Nigerians know the truth. And the truth is the only thing that will set Nigeria free. It is the truth. And the truth remains that presently, the management of Nigerian economy does not indicate there is hope. It does not indicate that. And rather than finding a solution to it, bringing people to help the government to do it, to solve the problem, some of his spokespersons, some of his supporters, like this Onakpaso, is ready to fight people, to say the fault is not his fault. It is accumulation of several years of bad leadership. We can as well then blame those who got independence for this country in 1960. The problem started from them. That can be the situation. That can be the solution. The solution is to do the right thing, take the right action, reduce the cost of government, reduce the importation, increase productivity. When Peter Obi was talking about moving from consumption to production, that is the solution to Nigeria's problem. That is the solution to the continuous devaluation and depreciation of Nigeria's naira. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video because when you like it, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you and God bless you and yours.